Welcome to Cold Brew Finance's U.S. End-of-Day Technology Deep Dive for Friday, April 11th, 2025. We'll be covering market moves in technology, communications, and healthcare indexes, stocks, and ETFs. I'm your host, Ira Roth. Let's dive in. Tech-related indexes showed substantial gains today. The technology sector led with a 2.5% rise to 3,904.62. The Nasdaq Composite added 337.14 points to 16,724.46, while the Nasdaq 100 gained 346.48 to 18,690.6. Market breadth was notably weak despite price gains. The Nasdaq Composite saw just 667 advances versus 2,432 declines. The technology sector showed similar weakness, with 144 advances against 541 declines. Weekly returns were positive across tech indexes, with the technology sector leading at 9.7%. However, month-to-date and year-to-date returns remain negative, with the Nasdaq Composite down 13.4% year-to-date. Among top tech performers, Monolithic Power Systems surged 9.9% to 533.13. Broadcom and Advanced Micro Devices followed with gains of 5.5% and 5.2% respectively. Weekly returns were impressive for the leaders. Broadcom topped the list with a 24.4% weekly gain, while Applied Materials rose 14.2%. Monolithic Power added 11.7% for the week. Among decliners, Texas Instruments fell sharply, down 5.7% to 147.60, touching a one-year low during trading. Super Micro Computer and Western Digital each declined over 1%. Despite today's decline, Western Digital posted a 12.6% weekly gain. Texas Instruments showed particular weakness, down 17.9% month-to-date and 21.3% year-to-date. Nasdaq-related ETFs showed notable gains today. QQQ rose 8.22 to 454.40, while VanEck Semiconductor ETF gained 5.10 to 201.31. The leveraged 3x bullish QQQ had the largest percentage gain at 5.2%, while its inverse counterpart 3x bearish QQQ fell by the same percentage. Looking at weekly performance, VanEck Semiconductor ETF leads with an 11.3% gain, while 3x bullish QQQ shows an 18.2% weekly return. Year-to-date, these ETFs remain challenged with QQQ down 11.1% and Vanguard Information Technology down 16.3%.
Looking at stocks in tech industries, I'm Sally Short. Apple led gains, rising 4% to 198.15. Alphabet added 2.5% to 159.30, while Amazon increased 2% to 184.87. Microsoft gained to 388.45. Meta Platforms edged down slightly to 543.57, marking its second consecutive declining session. Week-to-date returns show strength across tech leaders. Alphabet, Microsoft, and Amazon all gained around 8%. Meta Platforms rose 7.7% despite recent weakness. However, year-to-date returns remain negative, ranging from -7% to -21%. Semiconductor stocks showed notable gains today. WISeKey International surged 26.2% to 4.23. Chipmos Technologies jumped 12.2% to 15.39. Monolithic Power Systems rose 9.9% to 533.13, while Indie Semiconductor and ST Microelectronics each gained over 8%. Looking at returns, Indie Semiconductor and WISeKey led weekly gains around 25–30%. However, year-to-date performance shows significant declines, with Indie down 49% and WISeKey down 53%. Other chip stocks are down 10–18% this year. Cloud computing stocks moved higher today. Dell Technologies gained 3.7% to 81.93. Synopsys rose 3.5% to 421.21. Viva Systems added 3.4% to 218. PayPal and Hewlett-Packard Enterprise each climbed around 3%. Week-to-date performance shows Dell leading with a 14.4% gain. Hewlett-Packard Enterprise and Synopsys rose over 8%. Year-to-date, most cloud stocks remain down substantially, with HPE showing the largest decline at -34%. In AI and robotics, AeroVironment extended its winning streak to 5 days, rising 5.2% to 146.33, with strong upward volatility. Oceaneering International gained 4.1% to 17. Symbotic, ASML Holding, and Thematic each added around 3%. AeroVironment posted impressive returns, up 31% this week and 23% month-to-date. Symbotic gained 18% this week. However, year-to-date performance is mixed, with Oceaneering International down 35%, while others show more modest declines. Thematic ETFs focused on AI and robotics showed strength today. Robotics and AI and automation bull-twox led gains, rising 3.6% to 15.12. Robotics and automation followed with a 2.2% increase to 47.51. All funds showed very strong negative trends despite today's gains. Looking at returns, AI and Innovation Fund and AI and Robotics both posted solid week-to-date gains near 9% and 6% respectively. However, year-to-date returns remain challenged, with losses ranging from 10% to 33% across the group. Electric vehicle stocks rallied strongly today. XPeng surged 11.2% to 20, marking its third straight positive close. NIO jumped 7.3% to 3.52, while BYD gained 6.6% to 96.35, its fourth consecutive up day. Examining returns, XPeng stands out with a remarkable 69% year-to-date gain. BYD follows with a 42% year-to-date increase. However, NIO and Li Auto remain in negative territory for the year. In quantum computing, Applied Materials led gains, rising 4.8% to 144.94. Honeywell International added 2.6% to 198.55. IonQ showed some upward volatility while maintaining a mixed negative trend. Weekly performance showed IonQ leading with a 26% gain, followed by D-Wave Quantum at 14%. Applied Materials also impressed with a 14% weekly rise, though year-to-date returns remain negative across most stocks. Solar stocks showed significant strength today. Solarmax Technology jumped 11.1% to 1.20. Solar Edge Technologies surged 10.2% to 12.77, despite showing strong downward volatility over the past 8 days. FTC Solar gained 10%. Return metrics reveal significant challenges in the solar sector. Zeo Energy has declined nearly 60% year-to-date, while FTC Solar is down 48%. Solarmax Technology shows the smallest year-to-date loss at 26%. Thematic tech ETFs showed strong daily gains despite negative trends. ARK Innovation ETF led the group, rising 3% to 45.89. iShares Exponential Technologies, ETF and Global X Internet of Things, ETF, both advanced 2.6%, while VanEck Semiconductor ETF gained 2.5%. Weekly returns show impressive performance with VanEck Semiconductor ETF leading at 11.3% and ARC Innovation following at 9.4%. However, year-to-date returns remain challenging, with all funds showing declines between 9% and 19%.
And with that, we wrap up another end-of-day technology deep dive. I'm Ira Roth, along with my AI co-host Sally Short. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, share. Cold Brew Finance is an experimental project with market reports written, narrated, and delivered totally by AI, with market data kindly provided by financialmodelingprep.com. Always seek professional financial advice before making any investment decisions. Check into the channel daily for coverage of stocks, crypto, currency, and commodities. Thanks for watching.